So Nicole needs some help creating this rectangular curved banner to place her wording inside of it. So in Inkstitch, we're going to just use the ellipse tool. I'm going to create a circle. Let's see, let me unlock the aspect. I'm going to create it at 350 millimeters. Unlock that. I'm going to center it on the page. We'll move it down a little bit. I'm going to increase the width of the stroke to make it easier to see. I'll make it 1 millimeter. I'm going to find the center of rotation and mark the center of rotation by, I have it selected with the selection tool. I'm going to click on it again and we're going to get the handles to curve or to turn this object. This is center of rotation right here in the middle. I'm going to move my guidelines. Well, first of all, let's turn on the snapping tool. I'm going to move a guideline down to there, horizontally and vertically. And that is our center of rotation marked. I'm going to go with it, the circle still selected. I'm going to show you why I do this. You can see the nodes, they're showing 3 of them. But what we're getting ready to do, we need to go path, object to path for it to work. Now you can see a 4th node showed up. I'll go back to my selection tool. I'm going to duplicate this circle by holding Control and press the letter D. I'm going to duplicate it twice. And there, I'm going to hide visibility on 2 of those. Let's see. Well, let me just select this second one. We're going to place our text on this path right here, and I'm going to take the next circle and I'm going to reduce the size of it by let's go 10 millimeters. Let's call it 340, and we're going to center it on the page again. Actually, let's center it with the last selected. All right, let's go back and we'll get the other circle, and we'll increase the size of that to let's go 380 millimeters. Select it, and the last one, it may not be big enough. Let's see, Control Z. We'll just increase it to there. Let's get some text that we can put on our path. We'll just south side. Let's make that 20 millimeters in height. Turn off this tool. All right, let's get our nodes tool, and we are going with the inner circle selected. Let's select these 2 nodes here. And we are going to delete the segment between those nodes, and we're going to do the same thing on this one. So with this arch selected, we're going to hold Shift and select our text, and we're going to go to Text, Put on Path. And there you can see it's on the path. And once you do that, you're going to have to deselect everything and then select just your text and go path, object to path. And now we can remove our path that it's sitting on. Let's take this other circle and let's just shrink it down. I'm holding my Control and Shift key and shrinking the size of this circle to get equal space top and bottom, and that'll be close enough for demonstration purposes. Next, what I'm going to do, I'm going to deselect everything. I'm going to get my pen tool, my Bezier tool, and I'm just going to draw a vertical line through both upper and lower circles. Let's give it some width so that we can see. Let's go 1 millimeter on that as well. So we want to move the center of rotation to the same center of rotation as our curve. So I'm going to hit it again. This is our center of rotation of our line. I'm going to move it down. Let's turn on our snapping tool. Center of rotation will be on our guidelines. So now this line will rotate on the same axis as the circles and the curves. I'm going to duplicate it and I'm going to move it to the opposite side. Let's turn it off. There we go. So now what we need to do, that'll basically be our banner. We just need to trim off all the parts that we don't need. So we're going to go back to our nodes tool. We have this line selected. We're going to create a node here. We have the line selected. We'll double click at the intersection here. And again, right here. So let's select that node and delete it. We'll select that node and delete it. We'll do the same thing on the opposite side. We'll select the line, create a node, delete that segment, create another node, and delete the other segment. Now let's go with the inner circle. At the intersection, we have the inner circle selected with our nodes tool. We'll create a node here. Do the same thing here. We'll select this segment. You'll see the two nodes on either side of the segment selected, and we'll delete the segment between the two nodes. And we'll do the same thing on the other side. We'll delete it. And now we can delete the other section that we don't need at the bottom. We'll select our outer circle, create a node. Again on the other side, and continue the same steps of deleting those segments that we don't want. Now what we want to do is we want to select all 4 of our lines, our strokes. We're going to select these 2 nodes in this corner. We're going to join the selected nodes. We're going to do that for all 4 corners. Select both of the nodes, join them. And so now we have one object. Now if you want to round the corners, we'll select all 4 of the nodes. And you can either go to Path Effects, or up here in the menu bar you may have Add Corners to Live Path Effects. Well, actually I need to select them after I select that tool. I'll select all of my 4 corner nodes, and this little handle right here, you'll see if we drag it, it will round the corners. You can make them as rounded as you want to, a little or more. I'll just leave it right there. And then after you finish it, you go Path, Object to Path. And that's how you would create this banner. And then you can just digitize it for your Inkstitch. Thanks for watching.